Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. Happy Good Friday to you, and it's April 18th. I'm Michael Taylor. Welcome to the program. Are you ready for Easter? Are the eggs decorated, boiled, all that stuff? Are you hiding them for the grandkids? Ready for the events? Big brunches going on this weekend. Lots to prepare for. Church services, all that fun stuff. Hope you have a great Easter weekend and happy Good Friday to you. On our show today, we got some good information for you. We got Leslie Gabola here from Adapt to It. She's going to be in talking about the latest and greatest services and equipment they have in their stores and how you can get them. And later in the program, we got Sports Corner with Cole Young. Right now, though, we want to talk about Easter like we have been. It's a great weekend for that. We got the Easter extravaganza over at the Equestrian Center. It's going to be on Saturday, not on Easter, but on Saturday, April 19th, tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. to noon. The admission is free. They're going to have airbrush face painting things going on with artists there. They're doing that. Complimentary lemonade and coffee while supplies last. Parking's over in the upper maintenance lot of Via Campo Verde, and complimentary shuttle from maintenance lot from 9:15 a.m. to 12:20 p.m. There's going to be egg hunts, then the 4 to 6-year-olds at 10:30 a.m., 7 to 10-year-olds at 11 a.m., and bring, of course, your own Easter baskets, bags, whatever you have to do to get all the goodies for the grandkids and the kids to get into there. So I hope you get out there and enjoy that at the Equestrian Center. All right, let's take a look at our weather. And we got some pretty good weather coming up for Saturday and Sunday if you're going to do the Easter egg hunt over at the Equestrian Center. And then, of course, Sunday brunches and church services for Easter. Today, going to be our, coolest and kind of gloomiest day of the week. Rain chances drizzle chances are kind of going to leave us this morning, and it's going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. Then we get to a little bit warm up, 70 degrees for the weekend, which is pretty nice, and then low 70s for Monday and Tuesday. Pretty good stuff out there. Happy Easter, everybody. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset while we're at it. Ooh, here's some spooky, fun Easter stuff going on. Mickey Mouse is there as well. Thank you very much, Judy Blondo, for sending this picture from her decorations. Looks like right here in Laguna Woods Village. Sunrise this morning was 6:16 a.m. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:24. If you'd like to send us some great Easter pictures you might take this weekend, or pets, places, vacations, sunrise, sunset locations, any old picture, we love to see them. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, got a couple of meetings to tell you about. One canceled, one that's still going on. And when we come back, we'll be talking to Leslie Gabola from Adapt to It. Stay with us.
Welcome to LA Carpet, Kitchen, Bath, and more. Your all-in-one solution for your home remodeling needs.
From kitchens to baths, carpets to hardwood, we help shape every corner of your home.
Every home has a unique story. At LA Carpet, we collaborate with you, ensuring your story unfolds just the way you envision, with complete price transparency from start to finish. Contact us today for a complimentary in-home estimate. Your dream home is just one phone call away.
Hi, my name is Annette, owner of Window Jazz. We're here in Laguna Woods, replacing old windows with new, energy-efficient, state-of-the-art products. We're here with our installation team, upgrading old windows to make this property feel new and beautiful. New replacement windows and doors will make a major impact on the appearance of this home. They'll increase the property value and save homeowners money by reducing energy costs while providing a comfortable indoor climate. Let Window Jazz do the same for you. Call us today for a free consultation.
At Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Do you know that there are several differences in magnifying glasses? Who knew? Well, Leslie Gabola from Adapt to It is here with us today. She's brought a few samples with her, and I am super curious to learn all the differences. I bet you are too. Leslie, thank you so much for coming, bringing your magnifying glasses, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yes. Well, I learn something every single time that you're here with us, and today will be no exception.
Great, great. And just to preface this is part 1 of part 2. And these magnifiers are great magnifiers if you're just wanting, a basic magnifier, read a menu, read a pill box, whatever, they're great. I'll explain the differences between them.
Okay.
Next month is going to be a little bit more technical, a few more really cool items. My rep from Eschenbach is going to be here, and Eschenbach is our company that does our high quality and specialized magnifying devices, I'll say, and magnifying glasses. So they have a lot of different products, like a TV glass that allows you to focus it and watch TV with more ease. So
really,
yeah,
as opposed to just putting on some glasses.
Yeah,
really?
It actually magnifies the TV, so people that aren't actually able to see it can see it. And it's amazing. And that's one reason why I love magnifiers. When we first started, we had a huge section. We don't so much anymore just because other things have, it has a life of its own, the business. Anyway, so it's still a passion of mine. I still love it. And the reason why is sight, if you can't see, you can't enjoy. And, it's really hard.
Sure.
So at Adapt to It, our goal is making life easier. And what a way to make things easier than giving people a way to see properly, right?
Absolutely.
So,
and I love that you have some magnifiers with lights in them, like you just said, to read a menu.
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
Most restaurants are dark.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So this is about a 5 times. And the difference between this one, and you can see, is the size.
Yes.
And one's lighted, this one's lit, and it has LED lights, and I'll explain that in a minute. But this one is not. So if you're not needing, because the other thing with low vision, a lot of times if you have low vision, the light will help. So if there's a brighter light, but it's important in the type of light. So people with low vision are very sensitive to glare, and fluorescent lights and regular lights give glare. So what happens with glare is that it reflects back into the eye, and it's painful. So that's oftentimes where you go into older folks' homes and they're dark because the light hurts their eyes.
Oh.
So if we change light bulbs to LEDs, use LEDs on magnifiers, it's a clear, crisp, bright white light, and it doesn't have any glare.
Interesting.
So there are benefits. So that's why all the magnifiers have LEDs on them. And so the difference is that the field of view gets smaller with the magnification. So you're never going to find a square magnifier more than a 3 times. They're typically 2.5 times. So which that means is that what you're looking at is 2.5 times bigger than it would be without magnification.
Okay.
And the proper way to use one is everybody's got a different focal point. So the point at which things are clear. So you put it on close to the thing you're reading and then pull away. And then you can find the point where it's clearest to you, that is the point where you can use it most effectively.
Kind of like when you're adjusting binoculars.
Exactly. And everybody loves the larger field, obviously, because you can magnify more. But if you need more magnification, it's a smaller field of view.
Interesting.
So there are different types, as you can see. There's also page magnifiers where you can put it on a page. Those are about 2 times. And then this one is a wearable one. So you put a chain around it. You can figure out, you can put any kind of chain you want on it. So make it pretty and useful. And then you can wear it.
As it's long enough, like this one is, so that you can pick it up, right?
So you can pick it up to use it.
Now, that one's so small. What would that be used for?
This would be something, if you're using it, you could, since you're wearing it, anywhere that you would go, like a menu, a pill box, something that's kind of smaller, directions or ingredients in the market, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Or like if you want to, see a cookbook or something easy or quick like that.
It's
that would
nice
be really
and handy, and you have it with you all the time.
Exactly, and these make great gifts too.
Yes, I could see that. So the ones that don't have lights, are they as effective?
They are for people that either can't tolerate the light, because that happens too.
I mean, Leslie,
or-
these lights are bright.
They are bright.
I don't know if the viewers
Try
can
it with
see
what you're
that,
looking
but
at,
I
yeah.
mean, take
Yeah.
a look at that,
Yeah.
you guys.
I didn't want to flash it to the camera because I didn't know what would happen, but yeah, they are very bright.
Wow, I mean, okay, well, that's enough of that. Holy
So
moly.
you can see the difference,
I mean,
and then you can
these
try
are-
one.
It almost like hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
It's like so big.
Because your eyes are good, and so
Okay,
you don't
and so
really
this
need
has
it.
a little.
So that has about a five time insert.
Okay.
But those and all of the lower powered ones have a higher powered insert. But that little insert is so small, you really can't see much.
Yeah, I'm
with
trying
it.
to figure out what.
And to get it
to do
exactly
with
where
that.
you want it is really difficult as well.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is amazing, though.
Yeah.
My eyes might get lazy if I use this.
But for somebody that has macular degeneration or other eye issues, they're invaluable.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I'd have it with me all the time. So, Leslie, what would be the difference between the round one and the square one? Is it just personal preference?
It is personal preference, but if you're reading, the square one's easier.
Oh, so you can just bring it down the page with you. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
so
that
you
one's
stop-
nice. That one's nice because it folds, so it's small and it
you
has a
fold-
little
and I just turned it
push.
off.
Just push.
And then you.
Fold it. Just fold it. Yeah. The other way.
The other way.
There you go. And then it has a little carrying case. You can take it with you.
Yes. Wow. Very interesting. So,
And then these are glass.
Are
So
they?
when you're looking for a magnifier, you want to make sure that you're looking for glass, that you find glass, because it's clearer, it doesn't scratch, it will last longer. And the difference, and my rep is going to explain it next month, between aspheric and not aspheric. And the difference is that if you look when you're reading, the edges of the words bend a little bit. If you're just
with any of
looking,
these?
any of them, they bend a little bit. And with the aspheric, they're straight, they don't bend.
is that because these are the glass is concave?
Right, exactly.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So it's a pretty detailed thing when you're looking at light. And the other thing is, Eschenbach has a lot of different heads that you can put on one handle. So sometimes you're yellow, because yellow will also increase acuity and make it clearer. So if somebody has, especially with macular degeneration, and I've had folks put yellow saran wrap over their TVs because it increases detail. And it doesn't make it as blurry, it also helps filter the light. So yellow is a very useful color for people with any kind of eye issue, but more
interesting.
specifically the macular degeneration.
I had no idea it got so scientific, so I can't wait for you to come back. Now, is your rep going to be on the show with you?
Yes, I'm going to bring him on.
Interesting.
And so he'll bring his more common items and kind of go through them and what each one does and why and who it's for and all that good stuff. Should be fun.
You are always fascinating.
Well, thank you.
I mean, there's so many things on the market we never knew we needed.
Exactly, exactly. It's fun, and it's fun to discover new things and learn new things, right?
Yes. And so if people want to come down to your store to take a look at these, you're on the corner of
Valencia and El Toro, and we're open 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on Saturday.
Okay.
And just come on in and say hi. We'd love to see you.
Yes, well, if our viewers have any issues from mobility to magnifying glasses, you are
got
there
it.
to help them out.
Definitely.
Leslie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For bringing your magnifying glasses and telling us all about the interesting details about them.
You're welcome. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Pastor Rick, and if you don't currently have a church home, I would like to invite you to join us at Saddleback Church this Sunday. And what you'll find is a warm greeting from your village neighbors, a full continental breakfast, and an inspirational worship service. We have 2 services in Clubhouse 5 every Sunday at 9 and 11, with one exception, and that's Easter Sunday, when we will be in Clubhouse 2. I look forward to meeting you personally.
If you believe the journey is the destination, you'll love exploring in the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 34 miles per gallon. An 11.6-inch high-resolution touchscreen, plus a 182-horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru. Get your new Subaru here with complimentary maintenance included.
Do you or your loved ones want to continue living at home safely, but are starting to see signs of Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's? Maybe it's recent strokes or falls. Having a caregiver at home can be the best way to keep you in home safely. Home Helpers has been providing caregivers for over 25 years. Call us today or join us at Laguna Cafe for free pie and coffee, and we'll answer your questions about caregiving. It's the first Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m., and space goes quickly, so RSVP now.
Technology is always moving forward, and sometimes we need to move with it. If you're a resident of Laguna Woods Village still using a ComLine or FEA email address, it might be time to make the switch. Services like Gmail offer more flexibility and convenience. Access your emails anytime, anywhere, whether you're on your phone, laptop, or tablet. Stay connected no matter where life takes you. Make the switch today and keep your inbox at your fingertips.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 150th episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young and it's hard to believe we've already made it to 150 total episodes. What better way to kick off this landmark episode than with the start of one of the best times in the sports world? This week marked the start of the NBA playoffs. On Tuesday, the first 2 play-in games tipped off. I attempted to explain the format of the play-in tournament last week, but it's definitely a convoluted experience, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more clear today. In the first play-in game of this season, the stars of the show were the bench players for the Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony came off the bench with 26 points and 6 assists to lead the Magic to a 120-95 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Paolo Banchero had 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists for the Magic, and Wendell Carter Jr. added 19 points and 7 rebounds. Anthony Black scored 16 points on 6 of 7 shooting off the bench in the Magic's first appearance in the play-in game. Trae Young led the Hawks with 28 points and 6 assists before getting 2 technical fouls with an automatic ejection with 4:47 left in the game. The Magic now move on to face the number 2 seed and reigning champions, Boston Celtics, and Game 1 of that series will be on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. The season is not over just yet for the Hawks, though. They now move on to the elimination round against the Heat, who eliminated the Bulls to advance in the play-in tournament for the 3rd consecutive season after they defeated Chicago on Wednesday night en route to a 109-90 win. Tyler Hero scored 38 points and connected on his first 8 shots, and the Heat never trailed, while leading by as many as 25 points at one point. The elimination game between the Hawks and Heat will tip off today at 4 p.m. on TNT, and the winner of that game will move on to face the top team in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Over in the Western Conference, Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry led the Golden State Warriors to a close victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. Butler had 38 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, while Curry scored 37, and the Warriors earned the 7th seed in the Western Conference by beating the Grizzlies 121-116. As the 7th seed, the Warriors will now take on the 2 seed Houston Rockets, with that series beginning on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on TNT. For Memphis, Desmond Bane scored 30 points and Ja Morant 22 in the loss to Golden State, but just like the Hawks, they have one more opportunity to earn their postseason spot. The Grizzlies will now fight for their season with the Dallas Mavericks after they defeated the Sacramento Kings 120-106 on Wednesday. Klay Thompson provided a vintage Klay performance as he finished with 23 points on 8 of 11 shooting, including 5 of 7 from the three-point range. This was a stark contrast to his 0 for 10 game with 0 points when the Kings eliminated the Golden State Warriors last season in Thompson's final game with the Warriors. Now the winner-go-home game between the Grizzlies and Mavs will be tonight at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. Whoever comes out on top will take on the top team in the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder, on Sunday. Here's the schedule for the remainder of the weekend for the first-round games. Both the LA teams made it to the playoffs this season, and the Lakers will begin their series with the Minnesota Timberwolves tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. on ABC. The Clippers will have the tough task of traveling to Denver to square off with Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. on ESPN. While the NBA is coming to a close, the WNBA is just about to begin. On Monday night, the WNBA draft was held, and although the number 1 overall pick came as a surprise to nobody, it's still worth mentioning. The Dallas Wings selected UConn star and NCAA champion Paige Bueckers, number 1 in the 2025 WNBA draft. Bueckers, a 3-time first-team All-American, became the 6th player and first since Breanna Stewart in 2016 to be the number 1 pick after winning a national championship in the same year. Bueckers led the Huskies to their first NCAA title in 9 years and the program's 12th overall on April 6th in her final collegiate game. For the Wings, this marks a hopeful sign for a fresh start. They win a staggering 9-31 last season, missed the playoffs, and reshaped their entire front office and coaching staff this postseason. Bueckers will make her preseason debut against the Las Vegas Aces. I mentioned at the start of the show that this is one of the best times in sports, and it is because almost every day we get either playoff hockey, basketball, or both. The first games of the Stanley Cup playoffs are slated to begin tomorrow, but it took some drama to get to this point. On Wednesday, the final spot in the NHL playoff bracket came down to just one game. The Montreal Canadiens were aiming to make their way to the playoffs for the first time since their 2021 trip to the Stanley Cup playoff final. To get to that point, they needed 1 point against the visiting Carolina Hurricanes to clinch the second wildcard seed in the Eastern Conference. However, if the Canadiens lost in regulation, the Columbus Blue Jackets would stay alive. Because of the NHL's tiebreaker procedure, Columbus would have needed to beat the New York Islanders in regulation yesterday on the final day of the season in order to make the playoffs. Who doesn't love late season drama? Anyway, Caden Guel scored twice, and the Montreal Canadiens wrapped up the last Eastern Conference playoff spot with a 4-2 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes on Wednesday night in their regular season finale. With the final team punching their playoff ticket, here's how the final NHL bracket shaped up. Like I said, the stage is set for the Stanley Cup playoffs, and games will begin tomorrow. Unfortunately, the Anaheim Ducks postseason drought continues, but the LA Kings will face the Edmonton Oilers for the 4th consecutive year in the first round of the playoffs. Speaking of high-stakes drama, the 89th Masters at Augusta ended with some top-tier suspense. Rory McIlroy entered this tournament hoping to achieve what only 5 people before him have, the career Grand Slam. To be crowned a Grand Slam winner, a golfer needs to win all 4 of the major events: the Masters, the PGA Championship, the US Open, and the Open Championship. Like I said, only 5 people have achieved this feat: Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods. And now, after 14 years of close calls and heartbreaks, McIlroy has become the 6th ever Grand Slam winner after finally capturing his elusive green jacket. This feat did not come easy, especially during this year's Masters. The leaderboard was in a constant shuffle down the stretch. In the end, it came down to a playoff between Justin Rose and Rory McIlroy. At one point, McIlroy had as much as a 5-stroke lead. However, Justin Rose's 10 total birdies put a lot of strain on McIlroy, who was constantly going back and forth between making once-in-a-lifetime shots and sending his shots into sand or water. It was as dramatic as you could possibly hope the Masters would be, but in the end, McIlroy defeated Rose in a 3-hole playoff after a birdie on the first hole of the playoff. Rose fell just short in a playoff at the Masters for a second time in his career. He was looking to become the oldest player to win the tournament for the first time. Regardless, McIlroy will without a doubt go down as one of the greatest golfers to ever play the game. Lastly, the 2025 NFL Draft will begin before I see you next. The first round of the draft begins on Thursday, April 24th, with rounds 2 through 7 on Friday and Saturday. Next Friday, I'll go over the first round recap. Like I said to begin the show, thank you for joining me for this episode and all 150 episodes so far of Sports Corner. It's a pleasure to do this show every week as I thoroughly enjoy watching, researching, reading, and talking about sports. Be sure to come right back next Friday, and I look forward to the next 150. I'm Cole Young. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend.
Discover the art of beauty with Noble Art Aesthetics in Laguna Hills. Led by Nita Mansour, a board-certified physician assistant and master injector since 2012. We enhance your natural beauty with precision and care, offering Botox, fillers, microneedling, skincare, and other anti-aging treatments. Every service helps you feel and look your best. Want luxury at your doorstep? We even offer mobile services and Botox parties. Give us a call today to start your journey to natural, beautiful results.
When it comes to life's most important medical challenges, where do you go? Welcome to the Hoag Institutes. Our top-ranked physicians are experts in diagnosing and treating the most complex medical conditions. Unparalleled expertise, world-class care, all within the Hoag Institutes, right here in OC.
And welcome back. We got some great movies to tell you about for this Friday and Saturday. Let's start with Friday, and it's a good one. Operation Finale. It's with Oscar Isaac, and that one's brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's based on a true story. A team of secret agents sets out to track down the Nazi officer who masterminded the Holocaust. So that's going to be on Friday. And then on Saturday, I Am Sam, and that stars Sean Penn. It is going to be brought to us by City of Hope, and that is going to be 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. An intellectually disabled man fights for custody of his 7-year-old daughter, and in the process teaches his cold-hearted lawyer the value of love and families. Great Easter weekend movie. Quick check of the weather, and we're going to have some good temperatures for this weekend. Friday today is going to be kind of our coolest day of the week, and then we got 70 degrees for Saturday and Sunday, and sunny skies, so not too bad for Easter egg hunts and church services and some brunches and barbecues and picnics and all that kind of fun stuff. And then we got low 70s for Monday and Tuesday. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. Tomorrow on the program, Caring Senior Service with Dean White and the Comedy Club with Phil Chait. So make sure you guys join us for those. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.